very good morning to all of you. Students, today we shall revise poem number 2 from your book First Flight. The poem is Fire and Ice. In this poem, the poet has taken two opposite concepts. One is fire and another is ice. Fire symbolizes intensity of cruelty. I am stressing, fire symbolizes intensity of cruelty due to our desires and greed. Ice symbolizes coldness, indifference and hatred. Now we come to the poem. I am explaining it again. Some say the word will end in fire. Fire stands for, as far as dictionary meaning is concerned, literal meaning is burning flames. But what it is symbolizing? Fire is symbolizing desires, greed and our lust. Some say in ice. The poet is writing here that some say the word will end in fire and some say that it will end in ice. Literal meaning of ice is frozen water. But what it symbolizes? It symbolizes coldness, insensitivity, indifference and you can say the hatred. From what I have tasted, I stand for the poet. I have tasted. Tasted stands for experienced. The poet is saying what I have experienced of desires, I hold. I hold means I stand with those who favor fire. So what he has said in this paragraph, that some are of the opinion that the word will end due to fire, others are of the opinion that word will end due to ice, but poet's personal opinion, he stands with those who are of the opinion that the word will end due to fire. Word will end in fire. But if it had, it stands for the word. But if it had to perish, perish here means to end, to die, to destroy. If the word had to end twice, twice stands for two times. The poet is stressing, I am in favor of those who are of the opinion that the word will end due to fire. But if again, second time, the word has to come to an end, I think I know enough of hate. I know enough of hate also. Dislike also I know enough to say that for destruction, ice is also great. What is stressing? That to destroy, ice is also enough. He means to say that dislike and hatred is also enough. And would suffice. Suffice is also great and would suffice. Suffice here means sufficient. Hate is also sufficient. Ice is also sufficient to end a thing. As far as the poetic devices concerned in this poem, some say the word will end in fire. The sound is fire. So first line A, ice. The sound fire, ice. Both the lines are giving different sound. So the rhyming scheme, first line A, second line B, again desire, fire, desire. The sound is same. So third line A, again fourth line fire. The rhythm is the same, the sound is same. Fire, desire, again fire. So the line number 4 again has the poetic, the rhyming scheme A, B, A, again A. Likewise twice. Now the rhythm is with the second line, ice twice. We have to write B here. Then next line, hate. No match, no rhythm here. Different rhythm is here. So hate C. Then ice, again B. Great, hate, great. Again C. Then suffice, B. So the rhyming scheme of the whole poem, first line A, second line B, third line A, fourth line A, fifth line B, sixth line C, seventh B, eighth C, and ninth is again B. So generally the paragraph which is given in your question paper, rhyming scheme is asked for that particular paragraph. I have given you the rhyming scheme of the whole of the paragraph. So what we have done in this poem, what the poet has explained in this poem, I may summarize you that poet says some are of the opinion that world will end because of fire, and some people are of the view that it will end in ice. But the poet says what he has experienced of desires and passions, he agrees with those persons who say that world will end because of fire. Poet wants to tell that mankind's greed is endangering the very existence of the planet Earth. But if the world had to end 2 times, poet thinks his experience of hate is also enough, also sufficient, and he agrees that ice is also powerful and will be sufficient to end the world. Poet tells us hatred and indifference, which is as cold as ice, can also end the world. Poet has highlighted 2 darkest traits of humanity. First is desires and the second is hatred. So as far as your new pattern of exam is concerned, there will be questions of 2 marks, question of 3 marks, question of 5 marks, and a passage having MCQs, multiple choice questions. So you have to prepare the lesson. You have to prepare the lesson as the pattern is recommended by the board. Suppose there is a question. I am giving you an example. Suppose there is a question of 2 marks. The question is, the use of symbolism in the poem Fire and Ice conveys the poet's message effectively. Expand with reference to the poem. Now we have to expand as the reference from the poem we have to take. What will be our answer? The question is of 2 marks. In the poem Fire and Ice, fire is suggestive of anger, aggression, greed. While explaining, I have just told you. Whereas ice of hatred, indifference, coldness, etc. Either of these 2 is enough to destroy the world. So answer within 20 to 30 words, 2 marks answer. I have given you the example. Likewise, as far as extract based questions are concerned, MCQs will be there. I have written 2-3 questions on the board, how you have to answer. How will the world not end according to some people? Now be careful while reading the question. Here the word not is used. How will the world not end? The question is not that how will the world end. The word will end by two ways he has given in the poem. But now the question is, how will the word not end according to some people? So the options are by hatred and passion, by cruelty, by mutual distress, by family quarrels. There is no reference of the family quarrels in the poem. There is the reference of hatred, of cruelty, of mutual distress. So we can pick the answer by family quarrels. This is the right answer. Then question number 2, what does fire not signify? Again, I am stressing the word not. What does fire not signify? First option, love, anger, greed, cruelty. Fire signifies anger, greed and cruelty. So what is left? Love is left. Answer is love. Next question is, the rhyming scheme in the first 4 lines is. Options are given. Now, if you know the accurate rhyming scheme, you will be able to pick the right answer. A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, 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 and the fourth is A, B, A, C. Now, read the passage. First line, fire. Third line, desire. Fourth line, fire. In 3 lines, we have to write A. And ice, different rhythm. So here we have to write the B. So which one is correct? The first one, A, B, A. This one is the correct. So be particular while doing the questions. Likewise, if a question is there, whose views does the poet sport? So if you have thoroughly done the preparation, you have explained the line to line explanation you have taken, so you will be able to answer the question, whose views does the poet sport? In the first passage, the poet has stressed, I hold with those who favor fire. Options are those who say that the word will end in ice, those who say that word will end in fire. Third option, those who say the word will end due to global warming. Fourth option, those who say that word will end due to pandemic. So in the poem, in the first passage, it is very clear that the poet stands with those who favor that word will end in fire. Like this, you have to prepare the poem. That is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.